Krishna Rasa Yatra ki jai. Eno Chaturmasya ki jai. Eno Kati ki jai. Hare Krishna. Tomorrow is the last day, not today. So we have, because tomorrow is the last day and there are so many things, Tulsi wedding, Tulsi Salagram wedding, disappearance of Bhismadev, Nimbarkacharya appearance. So we, instead of speaking all one day, we divided it. Bhismadev, Tulsi Devi will be tomorrow. Nimbarkacharya today. If you want to say something about Nimbarkacharya, want to hear?
Yes. Yes.
Sri Nimbarkacharya ki jai. Sri Nimbarkacharya is considered the founder of one of the main Vaishnavite traditions in Vedic culture. We have 4 Sampradayas. We have Madhvacharya, Nimbarkacharya, Vishnu Swami, and Sri Sampradaya. Sri Sampradaya, which is headed by Sri Sampradaya is headed by Ramanujacharya. So we have 4, Nimba and Arka. The 2 were joined together. Nimba means Nim tree. A Nim tree. Arka means sun. He has the name Nimbarkacharya. Nimbarka. Or Aditya. Aditya. It also means sun. So when he got the name, he got this name because he called the sun from the Nim to appear. He took a vow that by 6 o'clock he won't eat again. By 6 he will not eat. He will not eat. Even animal doesn't eat after 6. We have so many human beings who eat 11. Even animals. Fowl, you see fowl? They work the whole day eating. By 6 o'clock they come back to the house, they go and sleep. They will clean their mouth. No more eating till tomorrow. All animals, they don't eat after. Yes, by 6 o'clock, no eating. So when he visited When he visits somebody, they have to offer him something. He cannot eat. Therefore, he had to call his son to come so he can eat something. So his name became Nimbarka and Acharya. Acharya is added to his name, Nimbarka Acharya. He was worshipping Lord Shiva, not Krishna. He was not a Krishna devotee, although she was Bhakta. Kumara Sampradaya, he became a Acharya for Kumara Sampradaya, and is believed to have lived around the 11th and 12th centuries. Born in the modern Burgarapatam in the south Dravida, that is Telugu is Telugu speaking Acharya. He was the son of Haruni and Jayanti, a very pious Brahmana, couple of the Tailanga order. He was a great ascetic of the Tridandi order. He wrote many books according to the Dvaita and he lived most of his devotional life at a place called Nimbarkacharya, near Govardhan at Vrindavan. He lived in Vrindavan, he also lived in Navadvip. Two places he lived. While at Nimbarkacharya, he defeated the great Jain Pandit in a discussion. The Jain had refused to dine. The Jain had refused to dine with him, saying that the sun had already set and so he would not take any food. At this, Nimbarka, by his own potency, made the sun to appear from a neem tree, and the astonished Jain accepted his hospitality. It is said that his name, Nimbarka or Nimbaditya, has been derived from this miracle of Aditya or Arka, meaning the sun, from a Nimba tree. Once in the village near the forest of Bilba, Paksha, this is in Navadvip, a group of Brahmanas came to engage in worship for Lord Shiva. Just as Lord Vishnu is very much pleased when he is offered the leaves of his most beloved Tulasi, so Lord Shiva is pleased by offerings of leaves from Bilba or Bil tree. Thus the Brahmanas worship Lord Shiva by offering Bilba leaves for a period of 1 fortnight and satisfy Lord Shiva greatly. Among those Brahmanas was one whose name was Nimbarka. He had been particularly attentive in his worship of Lord Shiva. Being especially pleased with Nimbarka's devotion, Lord Shiva personally appeared to him. Nimbarka, he said, Lord Shiva said, at the edge of this village is a sacred bird forest. When we're doing Navadvip Parikram, we always camp here. One of the places that we stay during Navadvip Parikram. And we speak about the Nimbarkacharya. The four Kumaras perform austerity in this place also. So Nimbarkacharya was doing austerity among the worshippers of the Shiva, this place. He was worshipping Shiva not innocently, or let's say purely, not because he's a supreme God or he's looking for something from him. So Lord Shiva was very pleased. Among those, all of them who were worshipping him, Lord Shiva picked him because he was pure in his worship. And Lord Shiva told him, at the edge of this village is a sacred bird forest. There, in that forest, the four Kumaras are absorbed in meditation. By the mystery you will receive transcendental knowledge, for they are your spiritual masters. And by rendering service unto them, you will receive all that is of value. Lord Shiva didn't claim him as his disciple. It is him he was worshipping. But he told him, your special master are the four Kumaras. Go there and meet them. And by rendering service unto them, you will receive all that is of value. Everyone would get by devotional service. If our devotional service is pure, you get pure love for Krishna. After saying this, Lord Shiva disappeared. Nimbarka Acharya immediately went to that place, and with great determination he searched for the four Kumaras in every direction until he finally found them, shining as brilliantly as the sun. He was sitting there, shining. They are eternally pure. The four Kumaras. They didn't want to grow. Their reason was that if you remain a baby, nothing can you go. Even if as a baby there is loss, your loss is manifesting. In a divine age, Satya, Trita, then partly Dharma, partly. As a child, there is no loss in the body. The loss is not manifest. So, by their mystic power, they decided, we don't want to have a adult body because loss will be there. Let us keep ourselves as babies so that we will not have anything to do with loss. They kept themselves like that, as babies. That is their understanding, because they have knowledge, they know everything. According to Utpala Prabhu, they are all babies. All babies. He called me all baby. Some years. You have forgotten. I remember everything. Everybody do. I remember. Very right. I'm happy you remember. I will tell you don't tell that when the person is present. You tell that when the person is absent. So I can only tell the truth when the person is present, because he will prove you wrong or right. Right? But I'm not Kumaras. The Kumaras are all babies. They don't want to deal with all unnecessary things. Envy will come, loss will come, anger will come. They remain as babies. So Nimbarkacharya met them. They were shining like the sun, brilliant sun. They were seated on a very beautiful natural platform beneath a tree, and they appeared like fire blazing on an altar. They were all very young, seeming to be no more than 5 years in age. But they appeared most noble in character as they sat there naked, wrapped in meditation. Nimbarkacharya woke them from their meditation. Krishna! Krishna! Nobody chanted. A pure devotee, by his presence, will make you to chant Hare Krishna spontaneously. So he chanted that. This sudden sound startled the four brothers, breaking their meditation. Opening their eyes, they saw before them the blissful form of an ideal devotee. See? Ideal devotee. They could see in his body. Ideal devotee. What we are practicing shows in our life. We have mentioned it before. What we are practicing, it shows in our lives. Everything we are doing. A realized person can look at us, who will know who are we. The same thing happened to Gadadhara Pandit. Gadadhara Pandit, the first time he met his previous father, who is now Pundari Vidyanidhi. As soon as Pundari Vidyanidhi saw him, he said, who is this boy? Who is this boy? The bhakti he's practicing is showing so much on his body. He could see. Similarly, the Kumara could see that Nimbarkacharya is an ideal devotee. You see. And with great pleasure, they embrace Nimbarka one after another. Who are you, they asked, and why have you come here? We are certainly ready to answer all your prayers. Nimbarka fell at the feet of the four brothers like a rod. With great humility, he introduced himself. With a sweet smile on his face, Sanat Kumara said, the all-merciful Supreme Personality of Godhead, knowing that Kali Yuga will be extremely troublesome for the living entities, resolved to propagate devotional service to himself. With this goal in mind, he has empowered four personalities with devotion and sent them into this world to preach. Ramanujacharya, Madhvacharya, Vishnu Swami, there are three. They remain one. And we are making you the fourth one. Lakshmi accepted Ramanuja as a disciple. Brahma accepted Madhva. Rudra accepted Vishnu Swami. And meeting you today, we have the good fortune of being able to instruct you. This is our intention. Previously, we were engaged in meditating on the impersonal Brahman, but by the causeless mercy of Lord Vishnu, we have been relieved of this sinful activity. The Sanat Kumara is speaking. Impersonalism is sinful activity. They became personalists just by smelling Tulsi Devi. Then personalism disappeared. They became personalists. Since I have realized that it is essential to preach pure devotional service, I have composed a literary work entitled Sanat Kumara Samhita. After taking initiation from me, you should follow the instructions I have set forth therein. Nimbarkacharya was greatly enlivened at the prospect of taking initiation and immediately ran to take bath in the Ganges. After this, he quickly returned and prostrated himself once more before the fulgent brothers. O deliverers of the fallen, said Nimbarka, in all humility, please deliver this low-born rascal. It is a mentality of a disciple. Ideal disciple. He has this character. What is that? Humility. And he considers himself a rascal, not a devotee. That is missing. The quality is missing, and that is a problem. The four Kumaras gave him the Radha Krishna mantra and instructed him in a method of worshipping Radha and Krishna with a sentiment of great love called Bhav Marga. In that sacred Bell forest, Nimbarka began to worship Sri Radha and Krishna according to the Sanat Kumara Samhita, and he chanted the mantra they had given him. Very soon, Radha and Krishna revealed themselves to Nimbarka. They stood before him spreading an effulgence which illuminated all directions. In sweet voices, they addressed him thus: Nimbarka, you are very fortunate, for you have performed sadhana in Sri Nimbarka. We both combined and assumed one form as the son of Sachi Devi. At that moment, Radha and Krishna combined and displayed the form of Gauranga. Chant. So he's chanting the mantra for Radha and Krishna. Radha Krishna appeared before him. After appearing before him, they became one as Gauranga. Lord Gauranga then said, keep this form which I now show you is sacred for the time being. Just preach about devotional service and the presence of Radha and Krishna. For I gain great satisfaction from this. Great satisfaction from? What is that? Radha Krishna. Radha Krishna. Because he was very, very happy. He wanted to start talking about Gauranga. So Gauranga said, I have not manifested the form yet. So don't speak about me. Simply engage yourself in chanting Hare Krishna. When I make my appearance and perform my education pastimes, he will also appear. Taking birth in Kashmir as a great Pandit, he will tour all over India defeating all opposition. Your reputation and learning will be celebrated everywhere and will be known as Keshava Kashmiri. Keshava Bharati is different. Keshava Bharati, Keshava Kashmiri. There are two. Keshava Bharat is a spiritual master. Keshava Kashmiri is Nimbarkacharya in the previous life. Whilst wandering in Sri Navadip, you will come to Sri Mayapur. Simply by hearing your name, all the great Pandit of Navadip will flee. Intoxicated with the scholastic pride, I will take great pleasure in defeating you. However, by the mercy of Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning, you will realize my true identity. Giving up your false pride, you will take shelter of me, and I will reward you with the supreme gift of loving devotional service. I will again dispatch you to preach. Thus, you can satisfy me by preaching the philosophy of Dvaita, non-dual. Keep my identity sacred. In the future, when I begin my Sankirtan movement, I will personally preach, taking the essence of your philosophy and the philosophy of Madhva, Ramanuja, and Vishnu Swami. After instructing Nimbarka in this way, the Gauranga disappeared. And filled with intense ecstasy, Nimbarka began to shed tears of love. After worshipping the lotus feet of his gurus and taking their permission, he left Sri Navadip to begin his preaching mission. Sri Nimbarkacharya ki. Yeah. All right.
You're asking for questions.
You want to comment? You want to question? You're free.
I read somewhere that Brahma was invested with the power of creation before Kumara was invested with the power of knowledge. You know that Ramani was invested with the power of devotion as well.
Yes.
Lord Anata was invested with the power of carrying the planets, innumerable planets. Anata was also invested with the power of carrying the innumerable planets.
Yes. Yes. That is it. So tomorrow is Nimbarkacharya appearance. So we are remembering him so that we have his blessings. Tomorrow we speak on Tulsi Devi. Of course, I'm going to speak about Tulsi Devi today in the afternoon. If something remains, then tomorrow, otherwise. If you want to hear, you can come by 3:30. Speak about Tulsi Devi. Of course, it's a very long pastime. She will do half and half to me. Part 1, part 2. 3:30 today. We start 3:30 part 1. 3:30 today. Tomorrow is part 2. So if you don't come today 3:30, you will hear part 2, not part 1. I will speak part 2. Sri Nimbarkacharya ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Itai Gaura Premanandi. Our glorious assembly devotees.